guys, today we're going to be doing something different. I got a day off of my day job, so I'm going to do a few errands and probably going to cut my hair. I think it's due, and I actually have an exam at 2 p.m. today, so right now it's 7:30 a.m. So I'm just having a morning coffee from the famous cup, as you know. But today we're going to talk about internet money, 7-Eleven coffee. Even though you see me drink it, you might laugh about it. I really want to pick on that subject because I think it's important, and how everything is evolving so quick that you stay up with the game. But yeah, we're going to talk about 7-Eleven coffee, internet money, and yeah. All right, let's go. All right, guys, let's go run some errands. All right, we've picked up our box. Now let's go to the next destination. Guys, so I always try and save money on those delivery fees. They charge so much, so I'd rather go and pick it up, save $20-50, and yeah, now that stays in your pocket, you know what I mean? And it's not that far, driving 20 minutes to go pick something up. You might as well go for a drive, enjoy the sun. It's really nice weather today. But I mentioned I was going to talk about 7-Eleven coffee, and reason I'm talking about that because we used to own a cafe, a small little cafe inside a laundry. I might take you there one day, but it was really nice and small, very intimate. We built a really nice community around us, and we shared the space with the laundry. And what we noticed was not every customer is nice, as you know, but they would go out to 7-Eleven and get a cheaper coffee for $1 compared to a $4 barista made coffee, right? And there was nothing wrong with the coffee we served because it was a third wave blend, and it was really good, really high standard. But I guess the price always talks, right? And then you see me drink the 7-Eleven coffee recently, and to be honest, it's not that bad. It's sad to say, but it's actually a bit better than some cafes out there, right? And I'm sure you've had some bad ones, burnt ones, horrible ones. And we always spoke about, we think that 7-Eleven is going to evolve into something more down the track in regards to coffee wise. I mean, they've got robots pouring coffee now in somewhere in Asia. I forgot which country, but you can find it on YouTube, where it pours perfect latte art, and it can work 24/7, right? So one day 7-Eleven is going to figure out how to make that $4 or $5 coffee taste exactly the same for $1. And that's the thing. People aren't prepared to go out to a cafe and spend $20 for coffee, a nice made meal by a chef. They will complain about the price, and they would rather go to the pub, get a beer and a chicken parma, which is deep fried, for the same price, and it will taste shit, and they'll still go back and do it again. I mean, you know, sometimes cafes, they make mistakes, and they're small businesses, and we boycott them. We're like, oh well, I'm never coming back here again. You know, fuck this place. I don't wanna contribute. But how many times have you gone to McDonald's and they fucked up your order, but you still go back, right? Because it's cheap, it's convenient, and you know the brand, you know the flavors already. You, at the top of your head, if you think Big Mac, McChicken, fish or fillet, you know, you already know the flavors when you talk about those burgers. But you know, that's why we sort of, you know, we wanted to start a family as well. But we thought, let's change strategic let's go a different pathway, you know, because the competition is just gonna grow more and more. And cafe is a lot of work, hands-on as well. So if you're doing that, well done. I'm super proud of you, and keep smashing it. But as I say, you know, you gotta keep up with technology, and you gotta keep up with the big boys, which is sometimes hard. I mean, as time progresses, especially after COVID, only the strong ones will survive, and the more established ones that are a bit bigger, so it will flush out all the little guys. Unless you're too small, you will survive, but all the middlemen will go and they'll just get bought out. And the price always talks, guys. That's the issue, and we all do it. I mean, me myself, going to pick up the box, maybe I cut out a driver's run, and that adds up to his run. But it's just one of those things, you know, it's cheaper for me to go pick it up. And right now, because I'm doing the trades job, I'd rather go to 7-Eleven because there's no coffee shops on the way when you're on the road, you know, so you have to contribute to the big boys. But which is nothing wrong with that, but it just means that the local shop that I drive past, they just miss out. And it's just a convenience of 7-Eleven being so massive and being on literally every corner, maybe 5 kilometers apart, that you know the coffee is not amazing, but it will get the job done. And it's just $1 coffee, and a lot of you guys won't agree, and I understand that. I didn't either, but at the same time, it does its job for a quarter of the price. Let's go see if anyone can fix his hair. Alright guys, it's not the best haircut, but the guy was super nice, and the haircut was quite cheap. It was $25. I did feel bad for him because when I went to pay, there was a lady who stood behind me and she was looking at my hair, and I thought, oh shit, did he cut it like, instead of like this, did he cut it like that? But she wanted him to style my hair, and I mean, it still looks the same when the way I walked out the first time, but I felt bad for him because I think he was a bit embarrassed to be pulled up on that. But awesome dude, really nice. Jared, if you're watching this, thanks man. And yeah, he said he wants to have his own shop one day, and I told him you will. And he had a little smile, and it was awesome to see. And he definitely will. If you want to have your own shop and you're already in that trade, you will, 100%. But guys, let's go home. Definitely gonna wash all the little piece of hair out, and it's 10:15 a.m. at the moment. We've done all the errands this morning, so now we're gonna go home, prep for my exam, which is at 2 p.m. and yeah, let's do it. Alrighty, it's 10:45 right now, and we're gonna go smash some solid exam prep questions, and then we're gonna jump straight into it. I'm gonna drive off to Footscray where I booked in the exam, so let's go and smash it out. Alright guys, so we're just on our way. Timing's really good and traffic smooth as always. It's 1:20 right now, so I got around 10 minutes to get there, sign in and put all my stuff away, and we start the exam. But what I want to say is, guys, with the internet, making money on internet now, it's not as easy as people think. I think if you're trying to build up a brand or something, either study digital marketing or find an agency, a startup, cheaper agency who's going to help you out and actually deliver things, not false promises. A lot of these guys are trying to promise you big sales, big projects and all that, and to be honest, you want to start off small. As I always say, start off small and then see how it grows, and don't throw all your money into one basket. Best at first is just put the ads out for free, you know what I mean? you know, use marketplace to sell your clothing. It's a free. Put it on Instagram, use those hashtags. If you're not sure how hashtags and things like that work, go on Google. But pretty much these days with the internet, think of it as the middleman, that it works for you. Back in our day, you know, that's why my channel is called Rich Son Poor Dad, because back in the day the internet wasn't around, right? And you'd have to work, you know, much more harder, and you would have to try and you know, you'd either have to build something that's been passed down to you, or it was a bit more harder, where these days you can just jump online and try and push out a brand or business concept, and it's much easier to reach your audience on a worldwide base, where before, if you had a shop, let's for say, you would only be able to focus within that specific area, and it would cost much more, you know, especially with distribution and everything. But now it's much cheaper. Obviously there's much more competition, but what I want to say is, you know, use all the platforms that are available. You've got Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all those platforms. And if you're not sure how to use them, just research it and Google it. There's also really great apps these days which make it a much more smoother progress with using e-commerce websites, or even websites just to do, let's say, to generate leads for you, for, let's say, a consultancy firm or something like that. But yeah, if you're not sure, look into it more. But anyway, the internet, it's around 25 years right now, right? It's at a mature level, and it's growing at a very fast speed, and it's going to grow into something more. I mean, Facebook, Instagram, and all those apps, they're already aging. They've been around for a while, and you know, now we've got Clubhouse coming out, and if you're not sure what that is, look up Clubhouse. But it's going to be a thing of the past soon, and soon with our iPhones and everything, it's going to feel like MySpace and a beeper and everything. So you want to try and keep on the top of your game. So even though you might not necessarily use those certain apps and stuff like that, it's still good to know about them and have a basic knowledge about them, because you don't want to be like, you know, no disrespect, but to our parents or the older generation, where, you know, these days, unfortunately, the technology moved so much and so quick that it's advanced that you know, they don't really know how to use the phone properly. I mean, these days we can pay our phone bill or our electricity bill from our phone, where back in the day, and I still see, you know, the older generation, they go into the post office to pay their bills and things like that. And that's where the internet has made everything much more smoother and fast and efficient. And that's another reason why I named the channel Rich Son Poor Dad, because I have much more opportunities than my father used to have as well. I can go online and Google everything and find anything, but back in the day you'd have to find certain places. Here we had Melways, which is pretty much like a whole map of Melbourne with different suburbs, where these days we just type in Google where we want to go and list the directions, and it talks to us through step by step. So that's another thing where the internet has evolved into something much more, and apps are becoming our best friend. And guys, I urge you to use those apps for everything to fast forward your day, you know what I mean? And most of you guys use YouTube for entertainment and things like that, and the other apps, but those tools are there designed, you know, and if you use them properly, you can make a really good side hustle or full-time hustle, which I'm trying to develop and show you guys. But as long as you know that making money online takes a lot of patience and a lot of hard work. So I'm gonna go through the whole process with you guys as we go, and I'll be able to reveal more once I have the physical products, and as the brands grow, and as this channel grows too, it's going to evolve into something more, and I'm excited to share it with you. And if you're following me at this time right now, because some people might click on this YouTube clip in a few years, Thank you for joining me early on in the stages before we really lift off and take it to a whole nother level. But where I want to aim to is, you know, have my own digital agency, even if it's a one-man show, and try and develop brands into something much more bigger and really help those companies grow. So that's another reason why I'm going for this exam, so I can be a certified digital marketer. Not that that paper means anything, but it's always great to expand your knowledge. And because I'm heavily invested into digital marketing, I want to learn the ins and outs of it, and I've already started, and it's just going to grow into something more, as I said. So we're constantly evolving, just like the internet. So use that platform, guys. Use all of those platforms that I've mentioned. Any questions ever, throw them down to me. But hey, let's walk to the exam. We're a bit late, but we'll get there just in time. It's important, guys, that you don't compare yourself to others, and you try not to show off to others as well. You know what I mean? I mean, there's heaps of people who go on Instagram and they take out, you know, loans and things like that to impress other people. And by that I mean they go into debt buying fancy cars and getting all these loans to impress other people, where those people don't even care about it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't matter what you have or what you don't have. It doesn't separate you. At the end of the day, you go home, and by home I mean up there or wherever you end up, and that's it. You can't take it with you, and there's no point in you crippling yourself with this debt, trying to pay it off just so you can impress someone who doesn't care about you. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna make a separate video on this, but it's gonna be based on discipline. And you know, where we come from, it's buy with what you have or don't buy it at all. So no credit cards, nothing like that. And a lot of young teens, it's unfortunate, but everyone, you know, they're taking out credit cards, they're taking out car loans which they can't afford to pay, and then they end up staying at home with their mum and dad, which isn't a problem, but in the end they end up paying for it, and they sign up as guarantors and all sorts of things. So it's important to, you know your spending, know your value, and use that general rule of thumb. If you don't have it, you can't buy it. There's no credit, it doesn't exist, because there's no point you going into that debt for what. It's about how much money you keep in your pocket. And a great man once told me, he goes, it's not how much you make, it's how much you save. And it's very true. I mean, you know, if you have a business that's running at $1 million and a revenue of $1 million, but your spendings are $950,000, and you're working 7 days for $50,000 a year in Australian money, that's not much money for a lot of running around. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. So don't spend more than what you have. But I'm gonna make a separate video on that, and to really emphasize on that, because I think it's important. I think it will reach a lot of younger people, because in this day and age, you know, you're getting thrown credit cards at you left, right and center on these small rates, but they don't tell you the finer details. No one does, until you get caught, and then it's too late. You know what's funny? When all the husbands and boyfriends wait in front of the big makeup stores outside, waiting for the wives and girlfriends to return, I think I should build a little business outside and serve coffee or something to the husbands. There's opportunity for everything. Now, let's go home and build those ideas. I'm gonna sorry, just having a coughing attack. Gotta go home and build more traffic to my e-commerce site. If you haven't checked it out, it will change. I'm changing a bit of the concept, but I'll put it down in the link below. Strap clothing, and yeah, check it out. Hey guys, Friday night. If you really want to do this, I suggest stay home and stop going out on Friday nights. Right now I'm just editing a few bits on my campaigns to push out the brand more, and trying to see what else I'm going to workshop. But yeah guys, it takes a long time to build up, so if you're in the same boat as me, keep persistent and keep going, don't stop. And yeah, I'll see you soon.